came across 3 principles, and those 3 principles helped me rectify that mistake. Hopefully you can benefit from that, and it's going to be a little bit of an experience you can take with you into your own lives in any area. Let me preface it by talking about my job. I love my job. I love what I do. I love helping people and seeing rewards of their companies by giving them our service and telling them how they can improve their firm. It's rewarding. So now I want to tell you about my mistake. And what was happening was, every day I do my job, and at the end of the day I make a list of all the things that I have to do or I must do for the next day. I get up, I go to work, I do my task, I do all the things that I need to do, and I meet my goals. But what are the results? They weren't real good. They weren't real good, just to say the least. So I had to reevaluate my goals and look at the results and how to improve the results. And what I came across were these 3 principles. Think of ready, aim, fire. Aim. Accountability, intention, and momentum. So when I looked at my tasks for the day, I was making a list of calls that I had to make. Specifically cold calls, specifically calls to strategic partners I'm already working with, and also calls to my clients just to follow up with what the status is of their business. And I was ticking through, I realized mindlessly of those calls, mindlessly. And when I realized that, I thought I need to be accountable to somebody. And I got accountable, and I started working with a career coach. He's helped me tremendously, because now I have an ally. Now I have someone who's on my side rooting for me. And for me, I found out I don't want to disappoint him. I want to make him proud. So for me, success in what I do is really for my clients. I can help them. I can invest in them. That's what I want to do. But I also want to make my ally proud. I'm very involved in working in teams. I don't ever want to let my team down. So accountability works for me. Might be something that can work for you. The second principle is intention. And intention is very important when I think of just going mindlessly through my day and my tasks. And if you can think about somebody putting a gun to my head, saying, Linda or Debbie, the next phone call you make to your client, if you don't close the deal, I'm pulling the trigger. What do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen? Yeah, I'm closing that deal. You can be sure. That's intention. Intention is, what are you putting into that call? How much are you investing in that call? It's not just clicking through your call list. It's actually saying, this is a life and death opportunity in this phone call. I'm closing the hell out of this deal, because this means the world to me. It's not just that I have to make the call, it's I need to make the call and close the sale. So that's intention. The last thing is, of AIM, the last principle I want to talk about is momentum. And that's M for momentum of AIM. And I realized one of the things in my life is I've always worked like crazy. I've dug in, I've put 100% effort into it. I work like a dog, and then I collapse exhausted. I just lose it. Sit on the couch on the weekends, don't get up until Monday morning. I have to regroup. I have to just zen out, whatever it takes, and I can do it again. It doesn't work for me anymore. That does not work for me anymore. And it doesn't benefit my customers. It doesn't benefit my team. What I've found to be more effective now is slow and steady wins the race. It's almost like Sisyphus, who gets this big boulder and has to push it up the mountain. It takes an enormous amount of energy to push the big boulder all the way up the mountain. And what happens to me is I get exhausted and I want to take a break. Just to get that ball rolling after I've paused and moving it all the way up the hill again, it requires a tremendous amount of energy. So now what I've been thinking to do is jump in my kayak. I'm in a river. It takes a few paddle strokes to get going, but I let the current take me along. I don't fight it. I don't exude a tremendous amount of wasted energy. So AIM, accountability, intention, and momentum. These are 3 principles that have benefited me tremendously, and if there's anything you can take away today, I hope that it benefits you as well. Thank you.